Today, we're going to be going over 5 essential tips all Zombies players should be taking advantage of in Season 3 Reloaded. Now, before we dive in, I want to say that although all of these tips are good, the last tip is by far the most important to get through all of the content easily. Now, starting off with tip number 1, you need to raise your containment level. I cannot stress this enough. Containment level is one of the most important key features you need to be taking advantage of. I tend to always keep my containment level to a minimum of 75, since that's where you're going to get the most value of everything. The 20% off Pack-a-Punch machine isn't worth the full grind up to 100, since you're going to be using crystals almost 100% of the time, but you will eventually get there passively by doing missions either way. The main bonuses from here are the 30% increased contract essence, perks being only 1400 points, and starting off with that 5000 extra essence. Basically, with these bonuses, all you need is one tier 3 mission and you will be fully perked up, which saves a lot of time grinding for those points and gearing up. The second tip is a bit obvious but should be mentioned by how good it is. Group up with other players to make the content easier. If you're struggling to do the new content, or if you want to go and do the harder parts of the game like the red worm, having multiple people in your team that are all geared up makes the content a ton easier. Not to mention, you can also initiate trades for schematics, or the team can drop ones they've already gotten, giving you higher chances at getting the new gear. Best ways I've seen to get people in your squad is to easily just type in game chat what you want to do, or begin doing missions in tier 3 and voice chatting with the other people you come across if they want to join you. However, whatever you plan on going in to do, make sure you pick up the items necessary so you don't have to rely on random people. Basically, if you want to do the red worm, go get the USBs yourself, or at least try and mark where your teammates need to go. And if you want to get the new schematics, bring in your own Elder Sigil and take control of the squad to ensure what you need to do is getting done. Now, tip number 3 is going to be for you guys who are looking to get the new Season 3 schematics. You need to take advantage of the special hidden boss before leaving the Dark Aether to get another reward with a chance of getting a schematic drop. Basically, after finishing the other 3 contracts in the Dark Aether, make your way to the center island where there'll be 3 spores that are now able to be broken. Do not do this before finishing the other contracts, as they cannot be damaged until everything else in the Dark Aether is finished. Take out the 3 spores in the areas here, and then in the very center of the island, you will see a rift heart that needs to be broken to spawn in the hidden boss. He has the same exact mechanics as the story boss, so make sure to take out his minions when he spawns them in, and once you do finish him off, he rewards you with a brand new hidden blueprint and a reward rift that can spawn in any of the 3 new schematics if you did it in an Elder Sigil. Now, moving on to tip number 4, you already got the new schematics thanks to the other tip. Now it's time to actively use them. I see a lot of people hating on these, but dead wire detonators are actually nuts. Using them with things like Shatter Blast on your ammo mod for an AoE dead wire effect, and it works well with other things like scatter mines and molotovs, especially the crossbow with explosive rounds and the grenade launcher. This thing is basically a straight stun machine and does insane amounts of damage. So I highly recommend using this and taking another look at them. Also, the Sergeant's Beret, in my opinion, is a great alternative to the dog bone, because not only do you get the effect where the mercs don't shoot at you, but the merc that follows you around can also revive you just like the dog does, although it's not an AoE like the dog would revive you. Also, don't try to activate both the dog bone and the beret, since they will cancel each other out and basically cause you to lose one of your schematics. Now, if you made it this far in the video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out and helps me get this information to everyone who needs it. And for you guys, just a little bonus tip is to join the Discord. We have over 3,700 members, all looking for other players to join up, get some missions, or to grind those new schematics, and you'll also get notifications for new videos just like this one and be the first to know when viewer games are happening. Alrighty guys, going on to tip number 5, our final tip. This is gonna be the best tip I can possibly give you, because you need to take advantage of this before Call of Duty completely nerfs it. Tip number 5 is to utilize the new runes in tier 3 to maintain an inventory of legendary tools and Pack-a-Punch 3 crystals. I mean, I cannot stress this enough. I've already created several videos on how to do these, and they're not that difficult, and you should be constantly doing this almost every single game at least once. Basically, by doing the same process to upgrade the Dark Aether pieces, you can spawn in a reward rift that will always drop a guaranteed legendary tool, Pack-a-Punch 3 crystal, and 2000 essence. Doing this every game would ensure you never run out of high level gear, and you'll be constantly in the tier 3 zone or the new Dark Aether grinding out the end game. I mean, it was a struggle waiting for 72 hours just to get the Pack-a-Punch 3 crystal, and now we have a way of getting multiple per game. So as always guys, if you want to see more like this in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more zombies tips, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.